The following day now, I took the wrap off later that night, and I decided it would be best just to confine her to keep her movement down as little as possible. I didn't expect her to start getting so suddenly energetic and wanting to move so much. So I thought it'd be best just to limit her movement as much as possible. So I set her up a little bed in here. I got the Boston blanket. And then last night she also slept in here, and I put a heating pad at the bottom just to keep her warm, and hopefully the heat would kind of alleviate her pain a little bit. And see, she's just like wants to play and stuff now, but you can't be playing because you're gonna hurt yourself. I'm happy that you got some energy and you want to play, but we don't want you to make anything worse. So, and then I'm gonna limit her food and take away the pellets for a while to keep her from getting dehydrated because she's still not drinking. So, yeah, that was a big piece there, girl. You gonna be all right? Get that one down. You need me to push it back up? No, we're back to playing again. No, we still haven't gotten it down all the way, have we? Feel your throat. Let me help you out there. There we go. Okay. I had to do that with Tupac sometimes. He can... they have, like, trouble, throwing it back. As the kids say. No, I'm just kidding. Throwing their food back when they're all, disabled or whatever, and then you can actually feel in their throat. You can either push it back up and let them try again, or you can help them push it down a little bit. And you feel better now? You didn't have enough force in that throw. She hasn't really wanted to eat watermelon from what I could see, but I have included some in there anyway, and later I'm gonna try to blend up some water and papaya to make her a little liquid concoction that I can just syringe into her beak and get her a little more hydration. But her poops now have, from what I've seen today, they look pretty normal. They look moist. They're not looking dry like they did, and it looks like normal toucan poop, so that's good. And they do get most of their water from fruit, but it's kind of unusual that she's not drinking at all, because usually they would stop to drink maybe once or twice a day. But so maybe 2-3 times a day I'll get her a little extra liquid to get into her, just until we can get her in a normal cycle. You have, like, what is in your feathers here? You got poop or food in your feathers? What is this? And then she's like thinking I'm scratching her or whatever now. She is getting a lot more, like, used to me touching her now, which is good. There you go, a little bit. See, she's not trying to bite at me like she was before. And remember, she was a wild bird. She was probably more like Jade before she got her health, her mobility down in the dump, I should say, because I don't think there's anything wrong with her outside of her mobility issues. And it wouldn't surprise me if the flakiness in her beak is a fairly recent development either. Not this damage here, but the overall dryness, because she can't reach her foot up and scratch it, so. But I mean, she looks bright-eyed and alert and happy otherwise, so coloration looks good. We just need to get you back on your feet and not swollen up and weird. But I'm gonna keep watching her and see if she eats that watermelon or not. And she does like papaya, and papaya's got a good bit of liquid in it, so. But I'm putting less in the bowl right now, just so I can know for sure how much she's eating at a time. Easier for me to keep track. Oh yeah, we're being playful now. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear happy clicks. I don't know if you guys can hear Rio right now. I think I hear, or not Tupac, Lalo. Rian and Lalo. And I feel bad because I haven't been out there with them like I usually am. I usually sit outside with them, but Well, good news, everybody. Look what we have in just that short period of time. And the time, between the last video and now, our lovely patrons actually managed to send us stuff we needed. So we got the baby crib here, the perch I made, new cat bed, a little bigger cat bed, maybe she might like better, and these little soft, like playmat, baby playmat tiles, which are soft and easy to clean. Are you gonna try to bite me? Is that what you're doing? Oh, you are, aren't you? That's not very nice. But yeah, this is a much better setup than our little bucket from earlier. So I'm thankful she didn't have to be in that for too long. I might still put her in there to sleep at night, but we'll just see how she does, and we'll have to adapt from there. Her appetite's still picking up from what I can see. Still haven't seen her drink water, but her poops are looking good still. So, and we got little toys here for her, also sent by our patrons, and some other little extra toys I put in there as well. See if she'd like, but I think you're gonna do all right in here until we figure out what to do next. All right, girl? What you doing, bird? You having fun? Show that cat bed who's boss. Well, it's a few days later now, and I've rearranged things a little bit in here. As you can see, I took that perch away, and then I've just added water and fruits. I got papaya, and there's some dragon fruit in there, just some high moisture fruits. And she kept going to this little corner over here, so I ended up putting a blanket there just for her to have kind of like a little easy place to rest on, and it seems like she's more likely to sit on her actual feet when she's there, but oftentimes she's like kind of just sitting on her hocks with her feet in the air, so I'm sure they hurt really bad. She did also sleep in this cat bed for one night, but only one night, so I don't know if she's overly fond of it yet, but she seems to be doing fine, and we finally got a vet appointment scheduled for next week, so it's only going to be a few more days before we can get her looked at. And I'll show you here in a second how I'm giving her water and the little Epsom salt and betadine soak I've been doing. And I'm hoping the next video is going to be the actual vet appointment, so, you know, I don't know, she's mostly just here, pretty motionless. So I know, girl, I'm sorry, but she loafs up in the corner here, and sometimes she'll go in the cat bed, but I think she prefers this corner. So okay, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this entirely filming, because the angles are weird when doing this, but okay, don't go anywhere, okay? What I've been doing is giving her this little blended concoction, looks like a smoothie a little bit, but much more liquidy, of water and papaya. And I'm gonna take one of these syringes here. It's a one milliliter syringe. I have a giant box full of these from when I had Tupac. Used to use them with him a lot too, for medicine. But we're gonna be not doing medicine. This is just to hydrate her because she hasn't been drinking. I'm doing my best here to demonstrate, but it's usually not here that I'm doing it. It's usually in her, little crib there. But the angle wouldn't be good for me to film that way. So I'm gonna try to at least do it a little bit just so you get a little idea of what I'm doing. Okay, we got our little shot glass of papaya and water, and I'm gonna fill it all the way up here. See? And the syringe will also help make sure I don't get any weird chunks in it as well. Okay. So what I've been doing with her that I discovered works best is, well, first of all, I should explain, and I'll get a close-up, little cutaway here, that birds have, their trachea is at the front of their mouth, and you want to be careful when giving any bird water, because you can easily aspirate them if you're squirting water into their trachea. So they have this opening called the glottis. Which I will show here. You want to avoid that when giving them water or medicine or anything, really. Putting anything down their throat. But what I've discovered works best for her is if I just simply take this, and this is probably not even enough to aspirate her or anything to begin with, but if I just go into the lower mandible, she's actually going to just drink it herself. See? Nope, don't go off there. She was able to drink it all on her own. I know, girl, I'm sorry. Look. This is going to help you, okay? There you go. All right. It's yummy. And I'm only going to do this a couple more times here just so I don't stress her out in this position too much, because I don't know if I'm even saying everything I want to say either, because it's hard for me to focus on two things at the same time. No, don't bite. Look, it's just water. There you go. So the glottis will close when they're drinking normally. So it seems like it's the better thing to do to just let her drink it on her own. And I wasn't sure if she would do it on her own or not. No, don't, you're gonna knock that over. She's not, liking being up here either, I'm sure. Okay, one more time, just for the folks at home, okay? One more time. I know you're not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying it either. And there's gonna be a lot of things we're gonna be doing together in the next few weeks that neither one of us are gonna enjoy. But they need to be done, all right? All right, next one. Your beak's very strong. There you go. See how she's going, like swallowing it, sticking her tongue out? And they probably wouldn't even drink much more than this when they drink normally either. Yeah, don't go over there. Because when they collect water in their beak, most of it just runs out the side. Anyway, so you guys have a little idea here, and we're gonna move on to our next thing, which is giving her an Epsom salt and betadine bath. But we're gonna give her some time to kind of chill out here and calm down so we're not stress her out too much. No, don't grab the syringe. And give her a nice little pet. She probably likes this, taking her weight off of her feet. Does it feel better? Nice and hydrated now? Now I'm doing this like just a few times every couple hours. It's just enough to get a little extra fluids in her, which she already gets some from her fruit anyway, so. Okay, let's go back in here. Okay, so this is the bath setup I've been using here. And there's a little over a quart of water in here. And the reason I've set it up this way is because I didn't want to waste a bunch of salt and betadine in this bigger container. This is the container she's been sleeping in. And so what I did was find like a smaller this little drawer here. I had to improvise a little bit, stick it in here, and then fill the negative space with towels and blankets. But it's a little over a quart of water, probably a quart and a half of water. 2.5 tablespoons of Epsom salt there. Bought a new bag of Epsom salt. The other one was kind of hard, so decided it was time to buy another one. And then we got our off-brand betadine I managed to find. So, and then I just put that in there until it turns this kind of light brown, yellow, orangey color. And what I'm gonna do is just sit her in here and soak her for about 10, 20 minutes. And I'll put a blanket over the top so she doesn't jump out. And she's not gonna like it, but it's something that needs to be done for her, at least until we get to the vet and get better advice from an actual doctor. So let me go grab her and we'll see how she does. Okay, so we got her in here, and she's actually being pretty calm. I think she's probably used to it now. I've been doing this for a few days, but she kind of rests her beak up there. And I did forget to mention the water is like a lukewarm water, so I didn't want to put her in cold water for obvious reasons, and for hot water also for obvious reasons. Yeah, you like that? Does it feel better? Little legs feel better? The betadine will help disinfect her hocks and keep them from getting infected any more than they already are, if they are. I'm sure they are, to some extent at least. It'll help them from getting worse, and then the salt will help ease some of her pains and reduce some of the swelling, hopefully. And of course, it's hard to tell how much it's doing because she can't talk to me, but you know, we at least know that this is somewhat helpful in keeping her disinfected at the very least. So I'll do this once or twice a day. Depending on how soiled she gets, it's been a lot easier as of late with the crib to keep her clean, even without wrapping her hocks. And you can see that she's already pretty used to coming in here now, so she's calmed down quite a bit. And you know, if you're wanting to do, I need to stress with a lot of this stuff, if you're wanting to do some of this stuff at home with your own birds, if they have issues, consult with a vet first, please. Do not get all of your advice from the internet. Consult with a doctor before you do anything. I've had some previous experience with stuff like this, so I can handle it with a little more confidence, but at the end of the day, I'm not a vet. You know, keep that in mind. I'm just a guy doing the best with what he has. She's being remarkably calm, so that's a good thing. So let's leave her in here for another 10-15 minutes or so, and you know, we'll come back and get her out, and we'll see how she does afterwards. See if it helps increase her activity any.
20 minutes later.
All right, let's check on her. You ready to come out? Yeah? Okay, hold on. Let's get you wrapped in this little towel here. I don't know how to do this one-handed. Okay. Let's get you back to your crib. Get her dried off a little bit. And we'll see how she does. I'll go grab her some more food. You ready? Feel better? No, you don't like kisses, do you? No, she's immediately shoved herself back in the corner. Wrestling with your blanket again? This is like our new favorite toy now. Well, guys, I think that's about all we have for today. And hopefully next video will be going to the vet, if everything goes smoothly. So that's going to be a big one. And she now has a sponsor slot on Patreon if anybody would like to support her directly. And then of course we have the normal links in the description below if you want to help in any way. So we're gonna get her to the vet next week. I am very nervous about what the outcome of the vet is going to be, but I'm gonna remain hopeful for now at least. I guess we'll find out next week whether she gets to keep her legs or not. So I'm thinking she will, but you never know. You're such a pretty girl though, aren't you? You being pretty? We're gonna get you some more food here in a second when I'm done filming the video, all right? I know. Hopefully you feel a little bit better though. You know, time will tell how things go after the vet and how much she'll recover. So we'll see you guys very soon. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.